The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing for you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? TGIF. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's doing well. It's the first day of the month. Wake up, baby. It's the first day of the month, man. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in these markets. There's a lot of crazy stuff just all over the place, man. People are running scared. People are just doing all this crazy stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff that's going on, man. But it is the first day of February. It is a TGIF. We are up. We are at it. We're about to get into this thing. We're about to start moving. I think that this market is doing exactly what we thought it would do, exactly what we thought it would. We talked about it was going to do on Wednesday. It was going to pull back. It was going to start to set new support levels. It was going to, liquidate a bunch of people. Exactly what we talked about on Wednesday is exactly what this market's doing. We got jobs reports today, guys, which is going to actually, drive the market as well. A lot of the stock market is just sitting on the sidelines waiting for the jobs report to come in. I think that the jobs report will be slow. It's going to be slow. You're going to see hiring slow. You're going to see hiring down a little bit. We all, it's pretty much the data's already in. The ADP data came out on Wednesday. The market reacted to that type of jobs data. Can't really rely too much on the ADP data, though, because there's people that are sitting on the books right now who are affected by the storm, who are on strike. As long as they're on payroll, they're on the ADP. They're in the ADP numbers. These numbers are a little bit more accurate or manipulated depending on how you look at it. That'll come out today. CPI data came out yesterday. It wasn't too bad. You had Amazon reporting yesterday, Apple reporting yesterday, Meta reporting yesterday, all the big tech companies reporting yesterday, except for NVIDIA, who goes a little bit later than everybody else. NVIDIA's report's going to be a huge report when it comes to AI, when it comes to chips, all that stuff. So had a lot of stuff going on yesterday. The market reacted a little bit to some of this stuff, some of this negativity. I think this is the setup. I think it's funny, everybody keeps saying last big pullback before the big run, they say that all the time. Like, everybody keeps talking about the last big pullback. It's really not even a big pullback when you look at it, and we'll get into it and look at it. It's not even a huge pullback. I mean, everybody goes crazy, and I watch these videos where it's the last big pullback before the big run and all this and that. And you go back and you watch the videos, and it's the same people saying the same thing about every time we have a dip. It's the last big pullback. I guess if you say it so many times, you'll be right once, right? So whatever, man. It is what it is. But you got to look at the market for what it is. And right now, we got jobs data coming out today. It's going to drive the market. Market's kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting for this data to come out. I don't think it's going to be anything too surprising, anything too shocking, anything that we don't already know about. So I think everybody just got to chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? This isn't even really a huge pullback. Like, everybody's got to chill. I did, though, because of the election season, I will tell you guys, I did start to take profit off of some of my more risky investments. I started to take profit off of some of the low market cap meme coins that I'm in, because I think, coming into this election season here in the United States, I think there's going to be some volatility in the market, right? There's going to be some volatility that's going to happen, coming up to the elections, during the elections, shortly after the elections. I think, the market's going to go up, it's going to go down. They're going to try to figure things out. They're going to try to settle in. The market will always settle in. The market's like real estate. You're going to get a high, you're going to get a low, and then eventually it's always going to come back to medium. You know what I mean? So, so I did start to take some profit off of my lower market cap tokens, just because I wanted to take some of the money off the table. I wanted to take, some of that stuff off the table, just going into election season. That could be a very smart move, or it could be a move where I miss, the big run up. But it's a win-win for me, because I'm only taking the profit off the table. So if the market decides to take off and run, after the election cycle, then guess what? I'm still in it. If it decides to go down, guess what? I took my profit, off of some of them lower market cap gems. So it's really a win-win for me. I look at it like a win-win. Green is green to me. If you're in the green and you're in profit, you're in the green and you're in profit, right? And that's exactly where you want to be. So I did start to take some of that profit off of the low market cap tokens. And I want that because I want enough money sitting on the sidelines to put into some of these, better altcoin plays that I think are going to go, as this market starts to pull back and it starts to, settle in. And I think there's a little bit more pullback coming as the elections get closer. Selmo, good morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning to Junior. How are you? How are you? Yes, Selmo, it is the first of the month, baby. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month, baby. What's up, Heat? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Ken, what's up? What's good morning, good early afternoon to you. What you got going on? Even though I'm watching those, the markets. Yeah, you've been watching the markets for the last. The markets are doing what the markets do, man. The markets are doing what the markets do. It's going to happen, man. The markets aren't that bad. The markets aren't that bad. Yeah, about 5 hours ago, about 5-6 hours ago, Ken, everything started to turn to the bad side, right? China dump. Yeah, everybody, we're gonna see some dumps moving up to I'm telling you, we're gonna get real volatile here. The closer and closer we get to the elections, the more and more volatile these markets are gonna get. But man, there's great opportunity out here right now. We'll go over some of them opportunities, especially in the stock market, because a lot of the tech stocks yesterday took an absolute dump. They took an absolute dump. Nvidia took a dump yesterday. I believe Microsoft took a dump yesterday. Amazon ran yesterday a little bit, but Amazon's going to run. Amazon reported its earnings yesterday too. We'll get into a little bit of that. But Meta took a dump yesterday. A lot of these big tech giants took a dump yesterday in the stock market. Great buying opportunities for the tech sector over there, and so it's good. No work today, Junior. You off today, baby? You off on this Friday? Yeah. So I mean, there's a crap ton of opportunity out here. But like I said, I took some money off the table. I took some money off the table yesterday when it came to my low market cap tokens that I'm in. I took profit, man. I took my profit. I'm sitting on my profit, getting ready to see where the bottom of this market is and where it starts to turn around. For some altcoins, I'll reinvest there. And like I said, to me, it's a win-win. Apple earnings were yesterday, Summer. They reported last night. They reported last night. We'll get into it. They reported last night. Apple and Amazon both reported last night. All right, so Asian markets didn't look too hot. They absolutely took a crap dive, guys. They took a crap dive. So oh yeah. Okay. Tell the devs to reach out. The Asian markets took crap dive yesterday. European markets look really, really strong this morning. They look like they're waking up. They look like they're ready to really move this morning. The United States pre-markets look really, really good this morning too. It looks like during the pre-markets, everybody's kind of pricing in these job numbers to kind of be a little bit down, which is what you want. With the job markets being down a little bit, it pretty much guarantees a 25 basis point rate cut that they want to do. But it's scary yesterday a little bit was, do we get 225 basis point rate cuts this year, or do we get one? Do we get one in November and then a pause, right? So that's kind of the conversation that kind of scared the markets a little bit yesterday. But I think we're going to get 25 basis point cut here in November without an issue. I don't think it really matters where the numbers come in at this point. I think 25 basis point rate cut is pretty much baked into the market right now. So I think we're going to get that no matter what. So, but I do expect the jobs report to come out. People, basically, employers aren't hiring, right? That's kind of the moral of that story, right? But it's interesting because you see the market took a tank yesterday. Oil prices absolutely boomed yesterday, right? So oil prices definitely went up. Gold prices went down. When you look at gold, but they're back up this morning, but they absolutely came off of their all-time high yesterday. Oil prices absolutely skyrocketed yesterday. And when you look at the bond market actually did pretty well, right? It did pretty well. So everything's kind of setting up for a nice 25 basis point rate cut coming in, and the market's kind of baking it in right now is what they're doing. They're kind of baking this thing in, and a lot of profit taking is going on. I like that clock. Yeah, one of these days, none of us are gonna have to punch that clock. But yeah, with oil prices going up, I mean, that obviously means gas prices are gonna go up. So obviously, we got a little bit going on there, right? But the markets themselves, they look really, really strong today. They look really, really good. And you get to these job markets right here, this is what everybody's waiting for, right? Everybody's waiting for the job report in about an hour. Comes out in about an hour. So, and they're expecting to show the slowest pace of hiring in years, right? Which means people aren't hiring, right? People just aren't hiring right now, and that's kind of what you want to see from a rate cut standpoint, because this right here is what they say they're trying to fix, right? They're trying to fix the jobs, right? So they fixed inflation. Now they're trying to fix the jobs. Whether or not they fixed inflation and whether or not they didn't fix inflation, I guess that's a matter of opinion. If you've been to the store lately, you know that they really haven't fixed it, right? The market's ignoring the election. I think it is. I think it was ignoring the election, but I think it's going to. I think you've seen yesterday that the market's starting to really price in some fear into the election. For what could happen during the election. I think the market's really starting to price that in. I think you started to see that a little bit yesterday. And I think you're going to see it a little bit more as the days move on, as we get closer and closer. And that's where I think that volatility is going to come in. I think that that volatility, as we get closer and closer to this election, the volatility is really going to start to come in the market. You're going to see big swings up. You're going to see big swings down. So Amazon CEO, Amazon reported yesterday, Amazon's earnings were absolutely great. But one of the key things that he talked about was AI, right? and Amazon's investment in AI and how they're putting tons and tons of money into AI development. I keep trying to tell you guys, and I was trying to tell you guys for months now, that Amazon and NVIDIA will be the leaders in AI development when it comes to, real world adoption and all that. And you see that the Amazon CEO finally came out and said that they are putting a crap ton of investment behind AI. And when you look at how they can use AI, you look at all of their different platforms, right? You have Amazon that everybody shops on. You have the Amazon Cloud, and then you turn around, you have Twitch, you have Amazon Web Services, you have a crap ton of Amazon products, Amazon Music, Amazon, you name it, Amazon TV, all this stuff that they could integrate AI into. And when you look at this for what it is, this is why I say Amazon could be one of the leaders in AI along with NVIDIA. And now the CEO is finally coming out and saying, we're going to invest a crap ton of money in AI. So, when you look at this investment, and if you believe in AI development, you have to believe that Amazon stock is going to absolutely boom when it comes to AI development. Uh, Yeah, I think there's gonna that's the volatility. That's some of the volatility we're talking about, right, Junior? Like everybody's sitting back waiting for the election, waiting to see what's gonna happen, waiting to see how everybody's gonna react. So it's there's a lot out there. Uh you came across you came across a stock called Pink Doodoo Selvo. You playing, man. Uh there could be there could be a lot going on. What's up, Seiko? Seiko Hunt's in the building. What's up, man? Seiko's this is two streams in a row. Seiko's really allowed out the house, man. Seiko's allowed out the house. Oh boy. Oh boy. Seiko, what'd you do? Break up with your girl? You allowed out the house? So Apple right here. Apple reported yesterday, and it looks like look at what's going on with Apple. They got $100 billion a year in just their phone applications, right? The buying and selling of their phone applications. You're looking at about 100 billion, man. Apple reports the Apple report was actually pretty decent yesterday. A lot of people will shy away from the Apple report yesterday because they're projecting lower than lower phone sales than what everybody anticipated, right? So a lot of people will shy away from the Apple stock because a lot of people aren't upgrading their phone and stuff like that. Well, there's a lot of reasons why people are upgrading their phones and stuff because they're so expensive. And AI really hasn't really rolled out into these new phones the way that people really want it to. They're kind of stepping it in a little bit. So the Apple phones, the upgrades will be set back a little bit. But Apple, its earnings itself actually weren't that bad. They actually had a good quarter, a decent quarter for Apple, right? Now here's the situation that you got to look at when it comes to Apple, right? Do you buy Apple at 230 $230, or do you buy Amazon at 180 or 190, right? What's got the bigger upside? Is it Apple or Amazon? Me personally, I'm saying that Amazon has the bigger upside because they're going to integrate AI services into more platforms, right? They're going to hit more users. They're going to integrate it into more platforms. They're going to have a bigger boom off of this AI development, this AI world, than I think Apple will. So I think Amazon actually has the bigger upside. I think a lot of the stuff that Apple reported yesterday was already baked into the stock. So I think Amazon definitely has a bigger upside. That's just my opinion. That's DG's opinion. Yeah, I think, I hope not. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Yeah, Ken, it is pretty dirty. It is pretty dirty, man. It is. It is pretty dirty. It's it's a doggy dog world, man. You know, it'd be nice to clean it up, but I don't know. The people that are in there have to want to clean it up first. There's certain words I can't say, so I'll just leave it there. The people that are in there have to clean it up. They're the ones who have to make the laws. Will they ever do that? I don't know, because they're the benefactors of all that stuff. So it's a doggy dog world, man. IBM is absolutely positioning itself, especially in the AI world. Selma, I do own some IBM now, and I haven't owned IBM in years, but I own some now. I definitely own some now. Yeah, mainstream media, they're gonna push onto you what they want to push onto you. It's really up to you to go out and find the correct information. Either way, Junior. It's either way. Neither one of them have a great economic policy. Both of them's economic policy is going to blow the debt up. So if you think one of them is going to do better economically than the other, then they're both going to blow the debt up. Yeah, I mean, there's a big swing right, there's a big swing left. It just depends on where you sit, right? But at the end of the day, you got to vote for your pocket, right? You got to vote for your pocket, and neither one of them are good for your pocket. When you really dig down into how the economy is going to look in another 4 years, neither one of them is good for your pocket. So we look at IBIT. IBIT closed at 39.78 yesterday. It's going to open, if it opened right now, it opened at 39.89, which is up. So you see some positive flows into Bitcoin. Not doing too bad. The Bitcoin is not doing too bad right now. Everybody was going crazy yesterday, acted like the world was falling in and the market was going to crash and everybody's crypto was going to go to zero and all that stuff. And everybody, this is the next big pullback before. It's the last big pullback. It's not even a big pullback. Let's have a look here. This is the Bitcoin chart, right? This is the Bitcoin chart on the day, right? You look at that chart. If you look at this chart on the day, does this chart really scare you? No, it really doesn't. Bitcoin's sitting at $70,130. You got down to about you got down a little bit yesterday. Everybody was going nuts, like the whole world was coming to an end, and crypto was going to zero, and oh my God, Bitcoin's falling down, and all that bullshit. And that's what I call it. It's all bullshit. Here's what happened. Bitcoin's got some support right here, right around 69.3, right? Bitcoin's got some support, right? What happened yesterday was it came down here and it almost touched the 63, it almost touched it, right? and it came off of that support, and it started to move up a little bit to where we are now, right? Well, 69.3, right? And you look at it this morning, it touched it again, and it's starting to come right back up off of that support, right back up off of that 69.3, back up to 70,141, right? So here's the worst case scenario. Let's say we get some crappy job numbers today. Where's the next level of support? Well, it's at 66,300, right? So in order for us to hit catastrophic events that people are talking, we are back down to 50,000, and you really don't know what the hell they're talking about. You have to break 1, 2, 3, 4 levels before we can get there, right? Before we take that dive down. So what's the chances that Bitcoin's here with all the ETFs, all the institutional money? That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I mean, we got to talk realistically. When we talk about these things, we got to talk realistically. This ain't clickbait shit. This ain't anything like that. And quite frankly, I'm just getting sick of hearing people say that it's the end of the world, right? That just because Bitcoin slipped what, 3,000, 4,000 bucks, now all of a sudden it's the end of the world. Come on, man. We gotta be better than that. We gotta be better than that. Like that's just craziness. And you can't be feeding people that bull crap. You really can't, and when you start feeding people that crap like that, eventually you got to start looking at your credibility. That's all I'm saying. And people can get mad at me all they want. I don't care. Drill, baby, drill. Yeah, drill, baby, drill. Let's go. You know. Jack Daniel. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, we got to look at it, man. Like, I get so sick of people telling people that it's the end of the world, man, and all this clickbait stuff that's going on out here. I freaking hate it, man. I freaking hate it. You tell people what the real deal is, or you shut the hell up. You know what I mean? You tell people what you think. You show them the chart. You tell them why you think that. They either can go with it or not. That's right. Hit that like button, y'all. They either can go with it or not, right? But don't just be throwing out here like this is the next big pullback. Where you pull the daily chart back, right? Where's the pullback? Where's the huge pullback? Is it we're not pulling back like this? That's a pullback. This is a pullback. This is not a pullback. Now we can pull this out on the hourly or the minute chart or whatever, and we can make it look as bad as we want. But you look at the daily chart, it's fine. It's fine. Here's what happened yesterday. Here's what happened. Bitcoin prices drops leads to $250 million in liquidations. That's what happened yesterday. That's exactly what happened. That's the only thing that happened to Bitcoin yesterday. Is big money came in. They liquidated $250 million out of the market because they needed to liquidate these guys out of the market. You got to liquidate these guys in order for this thing to run. They came in, they liquidated $250 million out of the market. And once that $250 million was out of the market, you ended up, now you're going to end up touching that line and going back up. That's all that happened. That's all that happened yesterday. That's it. It gets no simpler than that. That's it. That's all that happened. And tech had a pullback, and the tech stocks had a pullback. So when the tech stocks have a pullback, Bitcoin, crypto is going to have a pullback. That's it. That's all that happened. Will it be a red weekend? Probably. It'll probably be a red weekend. We'll probably trade right here. We'll probably trade between 69, right around 69, 69.3 and 70. We'll probably trade in this channel right here all weekend long. That's the channel we'll probably trade in. And people will flip out. Every time it goes down to 69.3, people will act like it's the end of the world. What's up, Big Watch Dude? What's up? You'll see a bunch of videos come out. Say, oh my God, this is a huge pullback. We're down to 69.3. We busted through 70,000. We busted past 70,000. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. Sell everything. That's what you'll hear. And then they'll bounce back up to 73,000. And the same people that are saying that will be the same people that are like, oh my God, crypto's on the move. It's booming right now. But yeah, we'll probably have a red weekend. But it'll probably trade in this same channel that it's trading in right now. You know. That's all that'll probably happen. But we will get a lot of volatility in this market leading up to the elections. There will be a ton of volatility going on in these markets, which is why I took some of the lower market cap plays that I had, ones that I wasn't going to hold for the full bull run anyways, and took the profits off the table, stable coined them up, right? Stable coined them up, and waiting for the bottom of this, probably Saturday, somewhere in there, you'll get the bottom, you know, and then I'll put them profits into more stable plays, and then you know, let it do what it's gonna do. I think BTC is going to be right around here. BTC will, after the election, you're going to get, no matter who wins, right? You're going to get a drop in stocks. You're going to get a drop in crypto. You're going to get a drop in all of that, right? It doesn't matter who wins. You're going to get a drop for at least a little while, right? Because the markets are going to digest who won and they're going to try to settle it in. BTC after the elections will probably come down here somewhere closer to, you know, maybe 66,100. It might come out of this support that it has right now at 69, at 69.3. It may come down here and test this support right here at 66, at 66.3 before it moves back up. You know, Big Watch, I think kind of maybe we'll come down here. Maybe we'll come down here and touch that line. I think there will be a pullback no matter who wins. I'll check it out. Yeah, it's going to be about the rumors. I just think that it's natural. It happens every election cycle. Every election cycle, you get a pullback. But it's just the market. That pullback is just the market just kind of digesting what they think is going to happen. And then people will start to influx money in. Cubic East. The new one, Soma. Is it Ethereum? Is it Ethereum based token? I can't stand buying shit on Ethereum. I can't stand buying stuff on Ethereum anymore. I really can't. Like I will, but man, it irks me to buy stuff on the Ethereum mainnet. That's why I'm not in Speedy, to tell you the truth. To tell you the truth, if Speedy would have launched anywhere besides Ethereum mainnet, I probably would have aped into it. But I'm just so sick of Ethereum, man. And I know people call me an Ethereum fudder. I hold Ethereum. But I'm so sick of Ethereum. You know, they've been raping us forever. I just, you know, it's a whole blockchain. I'm gonna have to check that out. If it's a blockchain, someone, you know, I love me some blockchains. Here's the USDT chart, guys. You can see it's starting to pull back from this green right here, from this green day the green hour that it was on. You can see it start to pull back, and as that starts to pull back, you can see BTC starting to come up a little bit. You can see BTC starting to come up a little bit in the hour. You know, it's pretty simple. We went over this before. People are starting to move their money out of the stable coin and out of USDC and move it more back into the market, is what's happening right now, and that's why your pre-markets were up. I think people are expecting good jobs data today, so they're starting to move some money. They're starting to move some money back into the market. I think yesterday was just kind of one of them days, man, where people were kind of pricing in the election. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Ethereum. I'm not a fan of Ethereum either. Ethereum, me and Ethereum got a love-hate relationship right now. It really is a love-hate relationship right now. It's one of these things, man, where there's so many other options out there to trade on. Um, I hold a lot of Ethereum. I hold a good chunk of Ethereum. So you know when I talk about it, like I'm not dumb though. Even though me and Ethereum have a love hate relationship, it's sitting at $2,521 right now. I got it going to $7,000. Even though we have a love hate relationship right now, I'm still gonna take my money. I'm still gonna make some money off of Ethereum. You know, I mean, I mean, I'm not a fool, but look at that chart. This is the hourly chart. Yeah, over the past hour. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with ETH. Everybody says ETH to 10 grand. I don't think ETH's going to 10 grand, seven tops, and that'll be all of historical value, kind of like Bitcoin. People be buying ETH because that's what people do is buy ETH, right? ETH and Bitcoin. But I don't think you're not going to see $10,000 or $12,000 Ethereum because they don't have any volume on the blockchain. I mean, the volume is terrible over there. I think ETH will be okay in court. I think that there's so much evidence that it's not. But here's the problem with Ethereum: they went proof of stake. So, everything that happened before they went to proof of stake, kind of, if a judge is smart enough and really understands blockchain, with that change from proof of work to proof of stake, could change the whole court case. Big drop. Yeah, big one. But yeah, that really should have changed the whole court case for Ethereum when they went to proof of stake. But here's the thing, there's so many of the politicians and lawmakers and stuff that are around Ethereum that they're not going to do anything with these. ETH will be just fine. Look at Solana though. Solana's not looking too bad right now. Sitting at 167. Yeah, it was up at 175. It was up around 175, 178. But yesterday, we're looking at the hourly chart right now, but you like this was all day yesterday, right? This was all day yesterday. You see Solana over the past 3 hours making this move back to the upside, right? This is really good for Solana. I actually bought me some more Solana yesterday when it was down here around like 166 or somewhere up in there. I bought some more. I'm not a big Solana meme coin person. Very few Solana meme coins do I hold, but I'm not, like, again with Ethereum, I'm not a dummy either. I know that this is where the majority of meme coin volume is, that this blockchain will move based on that particular volume, which will move this Solana token. Um, and I'm gonna make my money. Wow, the whole key with Solana is, will it hold up during the whole bull market, or will it break down? If it breaks down, every prediction that people have for Solana should be off the table. It should be null and void, because if Solana breaks down and it's down for a couple of days, there's a possibility that that could happen, because Solana has a history of that. If that happens, then you're looking at a major Solana pullback. But I'm betting that they put enough patches on it to get it through the bull run, and we're gonna cash in on it this time. Proof of work, Selma. I love proof of work, man. Proof of work. Proof of work will keep you off the SEC's radar. I hope you're taking some profits off of that, Junior. If you're in profits, I hope you're taking some. Because during this election cycle, if this market really pulls back, which I think it will pull back a little, you're really the ones that will get hit. The ones that will get hit are definitely the low market cap tokens. People will start to take their money out of them. They will start to take their money out of them. So, make sure you're taking some profits, man. BNB dropped under 600. It's 577. Nobody's talking about BNB right now. Nobody's talking about BNB. Nobody's talking about any plays on BNB. But yo, every bull market, BNB always makes a run. It always makes a run. So watch out, man. BNB could easily get to $1,000. It's only a double from where it is now. A little under a double up from where it is right now. Easily could break up into the $1,000 mark. XRP took a little bit of a pullback, sitting at 51 cents, but holding up pretty well given yesterday's market conditions. But we say 50 cents is the key level for XRP. Let's hope it holds on to this 51 cent level and doesn't fall below 50 cents, because when it falls below 50 cents, it usually takes a couple days for it to get back up there. Dogecoin's still holding on to some strength right here at 16 cents. Dogecoin's actually making some good moves this week. I'm surprised. Dogecoin's kind of surprising me right now. I would have thought it would have had a bigger pullback by now, but it's actually holding on pretty strong. TRX is actually holding on pretty strong right now too. It was up in the 17 cent range just a couple of days ago. It only pulled back to 16 cents, 16.7. Excuse me. So it had a minor pullback. When everything else was down like double digits, Tron actually held on pretty damn good to its 16 cent level, man. Got a big, huge support at 16 cents. And it definitely is holding up. Beans and Bologna. I like Beans and Bologna. I like that project. I haven't bought any in a while. But definitely do like that. Believe in the dev. I believe in Franco. I like Franco. Doge to the moon. Yo, Doge is actually making moves, man. Doge is holding up, man. Doge is holding up really, really strong. Surprisingly, right? You would think that Doge would be moving as much as it is, but Doge is actually holding up better than what you think. Why Doge to the moon? Doge will run. I think Doge and SHIB have a 10x in them. You know what I mean? I think that they have a 10x in them. It's just a matter of whether or not you're in this thing for a 10x or not. Because SHIB's actually holding up pretty well over this downturn as well. So, during this little tiny, sell. The one that got hit pretty good too is Avalanche, which I don't understand why people are selling off on their Avalanche. Avalanche got partnership with Amazon. They have partnered real world tokenized assets. I think they're going to be huge in the gaming industry. So, this thing pulls back into the 23 $23 range, I'm definitely buying me some more Avalanche. I'm gonna have a good amount of Avalanche going into the bull run. No reason to hold it. Yeah, it's a historic thing, it's a historic thing, and Elon can pump Doge. That's their number one utility. Unfortunately, you never want one person to be your number one utility, but Elon is Doge's number one utility, and he's actually been bringing it up at some of the rallies. So I think that's what's got it pumping a little bit. Chainlink came down out of the $12 range, backing down into $11.34. Had a nice run up over a past couple of days, but gave it all back. It gave it all back, man. Yeah, here's the problem with Doge. Let's say Doge gets to $1. Let's say it 10x's, right? Let's say 10x's from here and gets to $1. It's gonna mint so many tokens on its way up because remember, Doge is it's inflationary, it's not deflationary, right? So it's gonna mint so many tokens on its way up that once that pullback happens and we come out of that bull run, and once that pullback happens, there's gonna be so many more tokens that are just sitting there inside of circulating supply that's going to be so much harder to move that project back up to $1 again, just because now you have to move a lot more tokens, right? And that's the problem that Shiba Inu's having right now. Shiba Inu's supply is so big that it takes so much money to move that needle. Believe it or not, Doge has 3 times as less tokens as Shiba Inu does, and Shiba Inu's deflationary and Doge is inflationary. So, I mean, when you look at that, that's kind of amazing, the disparity in that. But it just goes to show you how many tokens that Shiba Inu actually has out in circulating supply, and why it's so tough to move Shiba Inu's price is because it has so many tokens. It takes more money to move the price. The more tokens you have, the more it takes to move your price. And that's why when these people come out with these quadrillion tokens and all this and that, it's not good. It's not good for the token holder. Unless you're already rich. Yeah. True. So, but yeah, it's just like literally though, if you wanted to move a project in between SHIB and Doge, if you wanted to move it, you could move Doge with less money than you could move SHIB because of the amount of tokens that are in supply. It would take you less money to move Doge than it would SHIB. Sui fell under $2. I love this project right here, and Sui's one of these projects that was launched by one of the blockchains that was launched by the one of the creators of the Facebook blockchain, that they folded up that project. Half of them went to Aptos, half of them went to Sui. Aptos came out. You don't hear a lot of projects launching on Aptos, and then the other half of the developers went over to Sui. Sui, came out a little bit later than Aptos. Is launching a crap ton of meme coins. Really getting a lot of volume over there. Love what Sui's doing. Love the fact that it has a lot of venture capital money behind it. Some people hate that, but Solana has a lot of venture capital money behind it as well. So Sui has the funds backing it to move this project to the next level with all this venture capital money, right? So I love what Sui's doing. I think that Sui's going to be a big player in what is to come when it comes to blockchain development. And a lot of it is about having that money behind them to really move these things forward. And Sui's actually done a great job in doing this. And these guys that have developed Sui, they were behind a lot of this Facebook stuff, and half of the team went to Aptos and half of the team went to Sui. So it's not like you're dealing with people who don't know what they're doing. So I really like the Sui blockchain. I really like the team over there. I love the fact that there's a lot of venture capitalists over there that are backing this. Here's the issue with venture capitalists, though. In the next coming weeks, a lot of a lot of these tokens will be coming unlocked for these venture capitalists, they will take profits, guys. So the SUI token probably will fall back a little bit because these guys will take profit, but understand that these guys are throwing millions of dollars behind this blockchain. So them guys taking a little bit of profit. I mean, I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at him. Tim Ski, Shiba Army. Yo, I think SHIB's got a 10x left in it. I think it's got a 10x in it. But that's my rant on SUI today. I really like the SUI blockchain. I think I like what SUI's doing. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Junior said he's buy regardless, baby. He's buy regardless. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do, Big Watch. Sui does have a sweet ass gaming gaming devices and stuff like that. So they're gonna do great on gaming as well. But a lot of that's that money to back them, right? They got money, man. They got money to develop. They got money, Wizard, what's going on? How are you? How are you? So they got money to back them. So I do like what that they can because they have money to back them, they can withstand some of this volatility in the market and not stop what they're trying to do, right? And that's the whole key. That's the whole key to success is can you withstand the volatility in the market and still move forward? Missing the show, Timsky. Yeah, Timsky gotta, once life slows down for him, man, he can bump it back up, baby. Get back on there, man. It's hard. It's hard for me. It's hard for me, Timsky, with SHIB, man. They have let people down so many times that it's just hard, man. It's hard with SHIB, man. I just don't have a lot of confidence in that development team over there. They really haven't really been able to pull anything off without a glitch. It's just I don't know. It's hard. I want to get behind SHIB. I really want to, Timsky, but the team, the development team has not shown the ability to get behind anything. I look at it like this, right? If SHIB was a brand new project that launched, right? And their development team did and came out with some of the stuff that they came out with lately, would I sell my position? And the answer to that question is yes. And with the amount of, I mean, they came out with SHIB Swap. That was a failure. They came out with Shibarium. That was a failure. They came out with this whole, I don't know what the hell they were doing at ETH Toronto. At ETH Toronto, I don't even know what the hell that show was. They botched that. That was the launch of Shibarium. They botched that. You have Bone right now that's in question as to where that token's going. You have the other gaming token over there that's in question of where that's going. It's too much, man. It's too much. SHIB should have just been a meme, and they should have just left themselves at a meme. That was entertainment. Oh, that was entertainment, Big Wise. The launch of Shibarium definitely was entertainment. That's what you call a colossal failure. That's what you call a colossal failure. I mean, I try my best to get behind SHIB. I mean, I still hold a little bit of SHIB, but I try my best to get behind them. But I got to be realistic too, and they really haven't launched anything that works. They haven't launched anything that's been successful. And for as biggest community as they have and as much money as they have, you would think that they would be able to hire some of the best developers out there and launch things seamlessly. And they fail every time they try to launch something, they fail. And that's just being 100% honest. Yeah, your point stands. And and I'm just, I'm just being 100% honest. Like literally, if it wasn't SHIB and they launched their projects the way that they launched them, the price would be at zero right now. If it was any other project than SHIB, that price would be at zero. That video. Yeah, that's the video I'm talking about, Big Watch. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what that was, man. I don't know what they were trying to do. They were trying to create some world, some universe or something, man. And I don't know what the hell all that was, man. But that damn sure wasn't Shibarium. It damn sure wasn't Shibarium. I try, man. I try my best to give them guys credit. And every time I give Shib credit, they fail on their face again. So Caspa, right? So here's Caspa sitting at 11 cents, right? Yesterday it was at 10 cents. 2 days ago it was at 10 cents. Everybody was going crazy. The market was going up and Caspa was going down. And oh my God, what's going on with Caspa? There's something wrong with Caspa. It's terrible. What is up? The whole market's booming and Caspa's not. Here's the deal with Caspa. When the whole market was down, Caspa was running, and so Caspa's actually running against the market right now. It's really running against the market. So it hasn't aligned itself to the market moves yet. So when the rest of the market and Bitcoin and everything else was down, Caspa was setting new all-time highs, right? So you there had to be a pullback somewhere, right? So people started to take their profits out of Caspa when the market started to move, and they started to put them in other plays, right? That's exactly what happened with Caspa. I mean, it is what it is. You can get into all this big, huge technical analysis and, oh my God, this news is this and this news is that, and this is what's happening. What happened with Caspa is simple. Everybody was buying Caspa like crazy because it was moving when the market was down. So people were making a shit ton of money. When it started to retrace and the rest of the market started to go up, people took their profits out of Caspa, they moved them to other altcoins, and they invested their profits over there. It wasn't that hard. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with Caspa. It's just that Caspa was running against the market. That's it. That's all that happened with Caspa. It gets no simpler than that. It is literally as simple as that. So look at Caspa right now. The market, it's all basically in red on the 24-hour. Where is Caspa? Caspa's up 2.5%, right? So again, Caspa's running against the market. It's running against the market. So what's going to happen when this market really starts to turn around and it starts to move back to the upside? Caspa will probably retrace again. And why will it retrace? Because people will be taking their profits out of Caspa and they'll be putting them in the market that's moving. It's just that simple. It's that simple. Get into technical analysis, you can get into this article, you can get into that article, you can get into all the rest of this stuff that you want to get into. But fundamentally, when you boil it down to its simplest compound, that's what's happening with Caspa. So people that are freaking out about Caspa, chill. Just chill. Enjoy the profits you make when the rest of the markets are in a downturn. Take your profits, make some more money when the market turns around on an upturn, and that's it. That's it. It's we try to make it simple, Junior. We try to make it simple, man. But it is literally why make it more complicated than what it has to be? For a 5-minute video, you make it more complicated than what it has to be. You don't got, I mean, come on, man. We don't got to do that. I just told you what's happening, Casper, in less than a minute, in less than 1 minute. I look at the shipping doors like BTC, 15 years ago. 5 years, Shib will be a household. You think so? Someone you think Shib will be a household name in 5 years? Do you? It could be. They have the community to make it a household name. They have the backing to make it a household name. I don't think that they have the team behind it to make it a household name. That's my problem with Shib. I don't think that they have the team behind it to pull off what they need to pull off. Shib, the sky's the limit for Shib. The sky is the limit for Shib. They have everything that they could possibly. You have everything. Shib has everything. Shib and Doge has everything that a meme coin could ever dream of having, except for one thing. Shib does not have the development team behind it to make it what it needs to be. And that's not my opinion. That's proof. The proof is in your work. And that's their work. You've seen their work. You've seen what they're capable of, right? Which is colossal failures, right? If Shib changes its team to a team that's competent to pull off what it needs to pull off, the sky's the limit for Shib. But they either need to, one, bring professionals in that know what they're doing to move this project forward, or they need to change the development team to competent developers that know what they're doing in order to make Shib a household name. They have everything you could possibly want in a meme coin. Everything, except for a competent team. And at the end of the day, if you don't have a competent team, you're in trouble. And the proof is in your work. The proof is in what you put out. It's not what you say, it's what you put out. I can tell you anything. But if what I tell you doesn't align with what I'm putting out, then it's just words. It just is what it is. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta do payroll today. What a great conversation today. I tell you guys, man, we had a great conversation. We didn't really go over a whole hell of a lot of charts and stuff like that today, but what a hell of a conversation today. I love the conversation today. You think Shib is done? No, I don't think Shib's done. I think Shib's got a 10x in it. I think Shib and Doge have a 10x in it. That's what I think they have left in them. This bull run. That's what I think they have left in them. Is a 10x. And strictly based on name recognition alone. I mean, neither one of them has done anything to move themselves forward in this market. Neither one of them, Shib or Doge, neither one of them have developed a thing to move themselves forward. You off today? Yeah, Junior's off today. Junior's been with us all day. But yeah, I mean, someone, and that's my point, I guess, is like neither one of them have done anything during this whole bear market to move themselves into a position to do more than a 10x for this bull market. If I'm wrong, tell me what they developed that'll move them forward inside of this market. They haven't. They haven't done anything. They had almost 3 years to develop, and they haven't developed a thing. They haven't developed anything that works. I mean, you got Doge Chain. Doge Chain's about as bad as Shibarium. You know what I mean? Like it's terrible. Nobody uses that. It's like nobody uses Shibarium. So that's why I say they only got a 10x in them. They haven't done anything, And it's a shame because the community that they have, the amount of support that they have, the amount of backing that they have, they really, really should be way further along than where they are. And I put that strictly on a development team. 2.0, nobody wants to hear about that 2.0. I mean, get 1.0 right. Everything that they promised, they should be delivering. They have enough money. They have enough community. They Shiv and Doze, I mean, especially Shiv, they have enough money. They have enough community. They should be hiring the best people to do the best work and put out the best products that you could possibly put out when it comes to a meme coin. And they both have failed. They both failed. Now, maybe they turn it around and they get better, but right now they both have failed. So it is what it is. But all right, guys, I'm out of here. I gotta go get payroll done. You guys have a great day. We'll be at this thing on Monday. Watch out for the weekend. Weekend could get kind of sticky. Watch out for the weekend and have a great weekend, guys. Go spend time with your family, your kids, your family, all that stuff, man. And you know, have a great day. And we're at it, man. We'll be back at it on Monday. Have a good one. We up out of here. Bye.